It's been fun. I think we've been having a good time. I've been feeling well rested.
I haven't, but we we done two shows, I guess, just yesterday, and we have a few more, two or three more, something like that.
Yeah.
But I haven't been here in 5 years. When was the last time you were here?
I think it's been about the same for me.
Yeah.
Been a while. I think once your band is pretty well established, you don't get as much out of South by Southwest as you do when you're sort of starting out. So we're starting out. So
We have a new band. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm more sober this time.
Yeah, we've been very responsible this time around, so I don't really know. It seems pretty similar, but I guess it must just be a lot more corporate sponsors and stuff like that. But I guess that always happens with these kind of things.
It feels good. It's fun. We worked on the record for quite a while, and now it's that interesting experience to duplicate, what's on the record and perform it live, which is really rewarding in a strange way to be able to sort of interact and be sort of more part of the music than when you actually record it.
We didn't work together before Broken Bells. It was our first thing. We did the Dark Night of the Soul project midway through the Broken Bells album. We'd been working on Broken Bells since 2008. And we knew each other from, for about, years back, 6 years ago from now, I guess. And we always just kind of kept up, but we never really talked about working together or anything. It's just the timing happened where we both wanted to do something different and went in the studio for a week to see what would happen. And we got along well musically and personally, and just kept on doing that for about a year, and just kind of kept it to ourselves and made this album. So we were looking for a name. You gotta name the album. You gotta name yourselves in some kind of way. And I was writing down a bunch of different words, and those kind of seemed to fit together pretty well. And there's no real big story behind it. I just thought it really suited it, and I was surprised nobody had it. Nobody had it before. It just felt like it really described what we were doing. So he liked it, and we didn't really talk about it anymore after that. I don't think that independent was necessarily by choice. It was just by the fact that it's what you had to do it.
And when nobody wants to put your stuff out, and you're stubborn, you figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you change what kind of music you make if it goes to a label or a major label or an indie label. But I don't know. I've had my share of experiences with both, and they both are very similar. I've had very similar experiences with majors and indies, so they both want to make money.
One of the things that helped me a lot, and I say this every time I'm asked this question, is that recording yourself empowers you. I hate that word, empower. Gives you the ability to learn a lot about songwriting, and it also frees you from dependence on studios and that whole hourly system of paying to get your record put together. So I mean, for me, I'm always surprised that young bands don't spend as much time as I did recording myself and just learning how to mic things and learning how to use your computer to record and so on. It's not really difficult at all, but I think I'm thankful that I did that.
Yeah, I mean, I started out with a 4-track kind of thing, and yeah, I think the advice is just to record yourself, write songs, record yourself, and take the best stuff and then do it all over again. I mean, I don't know. I think the hardest thing is when I meet my friends who are making music and are trying to get signed and trying to do stuff is that they don't know what they want themselves. They think that there's just this big, huge thing out there and that they just want in, but they don't really know what they want themselves out of music, out of art, out of life, or out of, with money or career. They have no idea what they really want. So they're scrambling all over the place, and a lot of the work they're doing is it's not really helping them because they don't really know what it is they're trying to do. So I think that's a big part of it, is figuring out what you want out of the whole thing, because you could probably get that without most of the other energy that's spent doing other things. I think we've been listening to like the Charlotte Gainsbourg album, the Beach House album, Midlake. It's a good year for music so far. Usually I don't even go near that question because it's then you'll start asking people, and I'll start going no, and then it'll be like I'm dissing bands. But there's there's actually some good stuff right now. It's an interesting year so far. So
yeah,